Hello, welcome to the SwimHero RA How to Stamp video. Today we're going to be going over 100 fly and how to stamp it. Before we get into that though, I'd like to go over the buttons that you see in front of you. And we'll start in the upper left hand corner with the play button. When you select the play button, the video is going to start and your stamping buttons will be activated so you're ready to go. Underneath that, you'll see a red reset button, and that's red because if selected, you will start your video over. So it should only be done when you want to do the entire swim over. There's better ways to deal with mistakes during the swim, which I'll get to in a second. Underneath that, you see a circle with an arrow attached to it, and that's in case your video comes into SwimHero upside down. So if I select that, it's going to flip my video around. Select it again, it gets it right. Underneath that, you've got our speed controls denoted by the tortoise and the hare. I'm going to slow this down to the third notch. The third notch is the slowest speed that you can go and still have audio. So if you feel like you need it even slower than that, you could, after the start, maybe slow it down another couple notches if needed. Underneath the video, you'll see this blue bar, and when we begin our stamping, you're going to see that blue bar start to populate with vertical bars as we stamp. So every time we stamp something, you'll see a line there just giving you an indication that a stamp has occurred. Underneath the blue bar, you'll see restart length. That button is what we primarily use when we've made a mistake. So instead of redoing the entire swim, we can hit that button and be taken back to the beginning of the length that we made a mistake on, which is a lot better. Underneath that, you've got the two main buttons, and this was set up for a right-handed swimmer, or excuse me, stamper. So the start button is on the right, and that's the button that we're going to be doing almost all our stamping with. On the left is the finish button, and underneath that you'll see 15-meter swipe. And what that means is when a swimmer goes across the 15-meter mark, we can swipe that button to record a 15-meter time. We can also do that at the end of the race when the swimmer passes the 5-meter or 5-yard point to get a finishing time. Now, as you're watching this and as you're stamping, you'll notice that the video will blink every time you record an action, and it'll be the same color as that recorded action. When I hit start, the video is going to blink green, and so on. So it gives you an indication that you are stamping. So let's hit play here and get this started. You'll notice that I'm going to select start here without lifting my finger. Now I've depressed start, but it's not going to record until I lift my finger, which I find useful on starts especially. The next action is going to be entry as their hands touch the water. So I lift, hands touch water. The next action will be breakout as their head breaches the water, breakout, and then I am selecting stroke when the hands come around and touch the water. Now the swimmer is approaching the 15-meter, and you're going to see the red blink because I've just swiped for 15-meter. Now as the swimmer approaches the wall, I'm going to swipe to initiate the turn when the swimmer's hands touch the wall. So one more stroke, swipe, and end turn when he pushes off. And then we're back to breakout. Head up and back to swiping. Excuse me, stroke stamping. Now let's say, for example, that I start making some really bad mistakes here, and I start hitting stroke when I shouldn't be, and I'm making all kinds of mistakes. If I select restart length, I'm going to be taken back to end turn of that length, where I can select it, breakout occurs, and I'm back to stroking. And the fact that I don't have to start the entire swim over is a great feature and is especially helpful when you're doing long swims like 500s, 800 long course meters. So we're selecting stroke every time his hands hit the water. He's going to come up to the wall here, and we're going to swipe to initiate the turn. Swipe, feet push off, end turn, head up, breakout. Now there is a difference between doing fly and breast and then free and back, and it's mainly in the turns. To initiate a turn, In fly and breast, as we've seen, you're swiping as the hands touch the wall. In back and free, you're going to initiate that turn when their head goes down into their flip turn, unless they are not doing a flip turn, at which point you're doing it when their hands touch the wall like you would on the fly or breast. So swipe, push off for end turn, head comes up, and we're back to stroking. And you'll also notice the blue bar underneath the video here has populated with a lot of vertical lines showing you exactly when you have stamped. So we're coming into the finish here, and as the swimmer crosses the 5-yard line, I'm going to swipe, and you'll know that because the lane markers are solid color, which I just did. It comes into the finish. I select finish. I go to continue, and for anyone who's watched the introductory video, they know here I can view this data. I can go up to the lock button, select that, adjust the time if I need to. Oops. Hit done, and we've saved this swim. So that's a very quick how to stamp video. Thank you for watching. Please visit SwimHeroRA.com for other video and information. Thank you.